everyone. My name is Victor Young, and I am your daily life coach. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to get right down to business today because that's the mode I'm in right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and you know I hate when things get pandemic-y. These are special times, everyone. And special times trigger the beginning of eras and the end of eras. And today we're going to talk about the end of an era. The end of the dictator. That is the era that we're going to discuss today. The end of the dictator. And I know we all love a good dictator. I get it. But the people have spoken. Who are these people that you speak of? Just so you know, I don't pick sides. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not easily influenced enough to pick a side and say I am all chocolate, all vanilla, all paper or plastic. There's a time and a place for everything. So let's start out by saying that. For those of you who are looking to pick a side and join a gang, I like to say, grow up a little bit. I know it's important to be a part of something, part of a group. But right now, I need you to think business because that's where we're at. So don't bring any of your emotional baggage to my show because I am not the guy to process anyone's emotional baggage. I wasn't wired that way. I just don't have that warm and fuzzy, lovey, huggy side to embrace that person who's in need of a hug. I'm hard charging, get her done kind of guy. So we're going to talk today about the end of the dictator. So these dictators that we're talking about, who are some good dictators that we all knew from time to time? We've all had a boss. I think we've probably all considered one of our parents to be dictatorish, with an emphasis on the dick, less on the tater. But then as I grew up, I realized that my dad wasn't as much of a dictator as I thought. I was just kind of a badass kid. Makes you think you're being dictated when you're sneaky and kind of bad. But anyway, that's a whole other podcast. We're going to talk about good old-fashioned, my way or the highway, do as I say, not as I do, just dictators. People that tell you anything to get things done, whether it's legal, ethical, or moral. And frankly, their talent levels have weaned. They're weak. They're soft. Watered down like Circus Lemonade. That's right, Circus Lemonade. And for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of drinking Circus Lemonade, is that lemonade that you just think, maybe they put too much ice. Maybe I let my ice melt too fast. No, that's how they made it. That's the old school circus. I'm sure the new school circus carnies, they probably loaded up so sweet it makes your eye twitch in the socket when you get that real sweet taste of lemonade, Kool-Aid, whatever it is. Back to business. The end of the dictator. I know all you dictators are out there right now quaking in your boots because you're thinking, well, what's going to happen to me? What will become of me if I am extinct? If I am knocked off my perch? Yeah, you've got a few reasons to be concerned. Because right now, I took a look on Indeed and Monster and a few other places, even Craigslist, and I didn't see any job openings for dictators. And I know some of you are thinking, right now, we need a good dictator because people are so unsure about themselves. They're uncertain. They're looking for a leader. They're looking for direction. They just need a wink, a nod, a secret handshake, a gang. They need something to connect themselves to because everyone feels displaced, alone, and their social distancing protocols. What do we do? And I tell you what, it's a real deal. I'm watching the entire nation tear itself apart, rip itself up because we've lost our common ground. We've lost our ability to share that moment as our football team scores a goal or our football team throws a 80-yard touchdown pass, and we don't have that right now. We're not able to go to Daytona and watch the 500. We will be soon. Limited capacity, but we're missing that. See King James knock one down, sitting on the wood, looking up at all the other people that we recognize that are season ticket holders. Going to that hockey game and watching the Lightning terrorize its opponents on ice while we cheer them on and feel that camaraderie. We're missing a lot. And then we go to the office and there's a dictator waiting, lurking in the bushes, telling us things that we may or may not believe. They lack preparation, forward thinking. They're not embracing technology. And their heads stuck in the sand, waiting for everything to go back to normal. Right after the pandemic, everything will be the same. Now just work, people. For some of us, that dictator maybe helps keep our sanity because we don't want to see what's behind the pandemic. But for others who realize we'll never see March or February of 2020 again, and that we're moving into a new era, they're looking for more than just a dictator. They need direction, right? We want to know what's going on. We want to know how we're going to be affected if things don't go back to normal, the old normal, and we maintain our pace at this new normal. What if future restaurant owners are forced to operate at 50% capacity in their dining rooms moving forward from this point? And their business model to survive was based upon a minimum of 75 to 80% turnover at all times, occupancy, whatever you want to call it. What do they call that? Throughput. I need 80% of my tables filled at all times. 50% at 90% staffing doesn't work. What if that continues? What if that's the new normal? And our lease structures are based upon a 300-seat restaurant, and we're utilizing 75, maybe 100 seats. And we have to staff to maintain a high level of quality and service. Where's that dictator leading you right now? Is he making you better, or is he making you show up? The era of the dictator is winding itself down because it's time to embrace what's going on and think ahead of it. And what I mean by thinking ahead of it is this. Worst case scenario, what if it doesn't change for the next 3 years? Can your business survive it? What happens if your people are resistant to technology, or not even offered tools to allow them to become efficient, to hold on to their future, their jobs, work remotely, administer and execute contracts from home, deliver products to individuals without the need of seeing them walk through your doors, servicing products in a fast, efficient way that doesn't kill someone's desire to play, participate, eat, whatever it may be. Because that's our danger right now. And if our dictators aren't looking to the future to find out what are the word tracks, what's the narrative we should be talking about with our clients? How do we feature our products and show the benefits in a way that align with the new world order? Pandemic. The pandemic environment. What's really happening in the classroom? What if our kids don't go back? What if this is the beginning of kids learning from home? What if their food gets sent to their house? They log into a portal and their tests are uploaded to a system that doesn't require a teacher to check or put an X on a paper that's wrong and hand grade papers? What if every single assignment, quiz, is entered into a system that allows me to take my test, do my homework, my quizzes, whatever it may be, and the computer grades it all? How many teachers do we need at that point? What if there's a back-end department that just automatically sends everyone their test, and you're on a forum, and how many teachers can handle a Zoom call? WebEx style, like a big lecture hall virtually. How many provost professors do we need when that happens? You see, there's some dictators out there that are holding on to some things and forcing some things down the road, and they're not thinking about the future. So for all you dictators, now's the time to start thinking about what you're saying. As you bully your way down the street, make recommendations based upon how you feel. You might want to think about what happens next, because I'm hearing a lot of people that are so absolute in their thinking, so absolute in their opinions and what needs to be done. Open it, close it, push it, pull it. No school, summer school, homeschool, this, that. And everyone's got their strong opinions on everything. And I'm not giving you my opinion on any of this stuff right now because you can't handle it. But what I will give you is this. Before you listen to a sound bite, a tweet, a text, a YouTube video, some motivational speaker who's trying to get you amped up on his next get-rich project or product, I want you to just think a little bit more and say, and then what happens? And what's next? Because that is what's absent right now. We're all becoming little mini dictators. And we want to dictate how we want the world to go in the future. And we're not thinking about what's next. We just want to win. I've got to be right. You're not going to change me, bro. It's not going to happen. Speaking of bros, I saw the Bro Jump Challenge this week. There's a new challenge online every week. I must say I did kind of like the Bro Jump Challenge, where your bro is standing there and just run and jump over him. That's pretty athletic stuff. Now, if it's not successful, it's ugly. I'm telling you right now, it's ugly. Just imagine your bro trying to jump you from behind, and he can't clear your head. Oh, it's not a good thing. It's just not the most graceful challenge. But it's entertaining. So, all you dictators out there, while you're out there dictating to everyone how the world should go, when's the last time you woke up and thought about your industry and what happens next on the next move and the next decision that you're supporting? Is the person that you're supporting, do they actually have your best interest at heart? Or are you a part of a decision? Are you considered a persuadable individual that they're able to pull you into their web of thinking and way of thinking? Because you're persuadable. Because you want to be a part of a team or a side or a political party or a gang so badly that you're unwilling to look at what's going on. Technology is sweeping through and across the world on the heels of the coronavirus, COVID-19. But before I go any further, I'd like to apologize to Corona Beer. I did have one in your honor this week. I know this had to be a tough situation before they transitioned and evolved the name to COVID-19. This had to be just horrible for your product. So stay thirsty, my friend. I don't think that's the motto for Corona. What is the Corona motto? I know there's like a bucket in the sand by the beach. There's got to be a motto. Anyway, my hat goes off to you, reinventing yourself in the midst of all this. So all you dictators, whether you're dictating and running a company, telling your family how they should think, breathe, eat, and don't get me wrong, there's got to be a boss. There's got to be a leader who is leading the pack. But as you lead, make sure you stop and look at the people that you're leading and take a consideration for who they are, what's important to them, and how you're affecting their future. And for all of you great leaders that are out there right now, I want you to be very careful, because I saw an amazing leader this week get drawn into a situation by getting a little ridicule from some individuals who didn't understand his position. And they pulled him from his core of power, from his core of his being, into their world of darkness. They pulled him to the dark side, extinguished his smile, extinguished his personality, erased all the goodwill and amazing things he's done in a matter of seconds, and they changed him as an individual. And he responded like the individuals who were throwing the bear trap down for him. So for all you amazing leaders who are not dictators, don't become one because everyone's trying to make you feel that way, like that's the right thing to do. I can smile and have a normal conversation with someone, and they can take me seriously from being a gentleman just as well as they can for me being a savage. Don't get me wrong, every now and again someone needs to see the beast, and they need a little visit from the two-piece. But that's not everybody, and that's not every day. That's for very special people. We can't succumb to this desire to be angry and forceful and rapey, forcing yourselves on everyone. Jeez. No means no. It's okay for someone to disagree with you. Find the answer together. Don't find the answer together. It's okay to disagree. We don't have to force ourselves on everyone. The era of the dictator is dying. Be strong. Be positive. Be a leader. Be yourself. Don't be a persuadable. Seek the answers. Look to the next level. Hope for the best. Plan for the worst. And you'll always be happy with the outcome. Resist becoming a dictator. Please. We have enough of them in this world. And if you know one who needs to listen to this podcast, don't be afraid to forward it to them. I'm here for you during this time of need. Ladies and gentlemen, stay healthy. Stay happy. Don't be a dictator. I'll see you next week. Daily Life Coach out. And remember, live fearlessly.